So I'm thrilled to be able to share our latest development for our salary survey. You've got here our amazing global treasury salary survey, but now our salary survey scroller. Yeah, good nifty title. Basically, I'm going to play it here. What you can do is, in fact, I'll go back to the beginning. You've got here a scroller, when means that it shows you if you want to benchmark your salary, or if you're recruiting a role, you can benchmark the average salary for that role. We'll come on to that a little bit more, but let's just go. So you go on here, top of the screen, you'll see, which will be above my head, over there, you can actually see how to take part in our salary survey, which is fantastic. You go in there and you see this is how we do it. Basically, latest salary survey, we take all your details, so we make sure you are a proper treasury professional. We then ask you questions about, bonus. We ask about how you're feeling, because it's a market survey. We tell you more about, and then what happens next. Yes, well then this is our salary survey page, tells you this. You can actually then, this shows you the average salaries for a lot of the roles that we benchmark. Here we go. We'll choose where it is, a treasury analyst in the UK. Before I show you that, I'm going to hold you in suspense for a moment. We take this from 1,600 treasury professionals globally, and we then take the average. So we have some treasury analysts on 30K, some on 70, 80K. And we take the average. I think we've got 90 odd treasury analyst dealers doing it. Keep going, and you'll see 54,993, 493, sorry. And yeah, then what's the treasury manager being paid? Here you go, in the UK, 83,000 and everything else. Now, you might notice here, I'll just bring up a quick point here. You might not notice, or might see here, treasury manager, sit with this, international regional treasurer. One of my web guys actually said, but the numbers don't add up. I said, well, the reason the numbers don't add up is not addition. Basically, we take the data set, take the average of the base salaries, take the average of who gets a car allowance, take the average of who gets a bonus. Some people don't get a bonus. Most people do at the international regional treasurer level. Some of the others are total compensation. So it shows you the averages of that bell curve, if you like. So let's keep going on this. A group treasurer in the UK, how much they're on, 144. And then it goes to global treasurer, a big step up, 214, quite a big gap on the base salary. But then the total compensation goes up there, 283 or whatever it is. Yeah, 288, there you go. And this is the averages. So this is within the ranges, but you can get much more information from the full survey itself, because it's a real survey. It's unlike some of our rivals who just make up the stuff and go finger in the air. Oh yeah, let's do this. Ours doesn't. And this shows you as well. So where are we going now? Then we tell you about it. There's a little video there with me. We'll probably replace it with this one, actually, which tells you a bit more. We've got some articles. Here we go. Some people have asked me, what's the difference between a group and a global treasurer? Well, it's exactly as it says on the tin. Let me go back here. What it does. Yeah, what is the difference? So some group treasurers are maybe a housing association. They look after their group. That's it. But are they global treasurers? Do they look after 5 treasury centers globally? Do they look after a team of 80? No, they don't. So therefore, but they still deserve to be recognized as group treasurers and global treasurers. I can give you, and we can give you, more detailed individual advice whenever you need it as well. Yeah, this is where we talk about it. Some key differences. We explain a bit more. And we also explain some of the other bits about if you're a treasury manager, what you can do for treasury manager salaries, what's happening there. If you're a new graduate going into treasury, I was interviewed about this, so we talked about what you can expect as well. And then on a global scale as well, what are we going to? Yeah, 1,600 participants so far, updated every 6 months. So anyone that gets older than that, we actually retire them from the survey, or what we like to do is update them. We get on the phone, we send emails, loads of you take part. Thanks very much. I want to get it up to 2,000. We're going to keep going with this. Frequently asked questions. What is the survey? Globally. Yeah, it's a global survey. So UK, it's about a third mostly now. What are we saying here? Yes, access to real survey data. We don't make it up. Ours is from real people. I was actually asked at a conference in New York. One of the guys said, oh, where do you do this? Scrape this from open job adverts. No, we don't look at LinkedIn. We don't look at different ones and say, oh, it says an average salary of this. No, that's not real data, because what happens at the end, it could be a totally different salary. We take it from real treasury professionals, what you are earning now and we then average it out and we tell you. But we also give you the ranges. We give you a full breakdown, and we do different regions as well. So that's one of the cool things. And what else? Here we go. Helps you plan your next move. If you're looking to recruit and you're saying to someone, oh, the average, I want to pay this salary. I want to pay 50. I want to pay 50,000 in the UK for a treasury analyst. So you want to pay an under average treasury analyst? No, I want above average. Well, then pay the average or above, and we can give you advice on that as well. Yes, we can. I have the full results. I just want a copy of the full results benchmark. No, no. The price of entry, it's free, but your data. We just ask that you complete the salary survey. I'll check that you are a treasury professional, and that's then we're able to give you the salary survey. It's amazing, isn't it? All that for free. And then you can take part. There you go. You can look at previous surveys if you want. You can look at Q1, Q2, or Q1 rather, UK, Europe, USA. If you want the Q3 results, if you take part, as soon as you take part, I'll verify you. You'll get a copy of them. And we will run it again at Q1 early in 2026. I know it's marching on. So share the survey with your colleagues, get them to do it as it shows you as well. What else should we show you here? Oh, let's look. Here we go. Treasury Analyst UK. This is what it does. But then we jump across to Europe. We benchmark across there. And then we also benchmark across the US. So they are very different taxes, different everything else, and different across. One day we will also produce regional surveys for, I hope, for the US as we continue to grow in the US. But at the moment, we do it across the US. But we can give you individual advice if you need to. And we show you actually some of the granularity on it. But we also cover lots of other roles with treasury analyst, manager, treasury consultant, senior treasury consultant, regional treasurer, deputy treasurer, assistant treasurer, group and global treasurer. And there's one there as well. What else we got here? So there you go. So we talked about US. Right. Yeah. One of the things I would mention here, treasury analysts in the US don't generally get much of a car allowance. There are a small group that do, average 2,500. In Europe, however, it's a much more common thing. You get a fuel card a lot of the time. You get a car allowance. You also get a car allowance a lot of the time in the UK, but that saves on taxable benefits. So you give a car allowance, you don't have to tax it for pension and for bonus. So that's one of the reasons why. You got here, group treasurers in the US. No, you don't get any car allowance. Sorry about that, guys. But global treasurers do. You'll see that in a moment. Coming up here. It's a great scroller. Thank you to my team at Hyped, AJ and Jamie. They've done some really hard work on this and made it work. It's great. And we will keep on updating it all the time. So as soon as we run the next survey, we'll update the scrollers so you can lose. And at least if this just shows you how you can take part in the survey. Take part, start to finish 2 minutes. Once you've been part of it and you want to update your information, less than 30 seconds. So you've got me commenting on it as well in the video. There'll be other videos. Check out our YouTube site, Treasury TV. You'll be able to see lots more information. I comment about it, what I'm seeing, what happening with how to get a pay rise as well. You've got some of that in the actual articles here. Other things you can get on the website. You get our amazing podcast. Just coming out 400 episodes. We're up to 39. Yeah, we're approaching 400. By the time you see this, we might be over 400. Who knows? Take part there. You get AFP, CTP credits as well for listening to the show. It's amazing. Listen to it at the gym and everything else. Got some amazing guests on there. I'm looking forward to actually having Tony from Amazon coming on the show shortly. Yeah, the global treasurer of Amazon. Not bad. There you go. Enjoy and take part in the salary survey. Thanks.